Manga-Waido.
My name is Yota Nohara. I come from a generation of farmers. Now my parents are in charge, and I've been helping out in the field since I was young. Playing in the soil was fun, and I got to eat freshly picked cucumbers and tomatoes. They were insanely delicious. I decided I wanted to be a farmer one day too. Yota-kun! Here's some okra and peppers from my field! Thanks! Mom, can I give him some of our tomatoes?
Yes, of course you can.
As my neighborhood was surrounded by fields, I had many friends with similar backgrounds, and we all got along great. As a result, I had a lot of fun in primary school. But once in high school, everything changed. All my friends were nice, but I had a history teacher called Suzuki who was horrible. He was in charge of my year, and was also in charge of pastoral care. Nohara! Why is your hair still that color? Every time Suzuki saw me, this is what he'd say. It's from being in the sun, and also from the chlorine in the swimming pool. Stop making excuses! You're going to lower the reputation of the school! Make sure it's dyed black tomorrow! I dyed it black last time, when you told me to, but it damaged my scalp. And when the color came out, my hair became more brown. Please, just let me leave it like this. No, that's not acceptable. If you don't dye it, I'm going to give you poor grades. Even though I got a letter from a dermatologist saying scalp is sensitive and cannot be dyed, Suzuki still shouted at me whenever he saw me, saying, "You delinquent! Don't disrupt the order!" When I discussed the matter at home, my angry grandfather said, "Such an unreasonable teacher! I'll give him a piece of my mind!" He then went to the school and caused a big commotion, involving the principal as well. As a result, I stopped getting told off about my hair. But Suzuki now despised me for being the reason he got reprimanded by the principal. Nohara! I saw you looking around during the test! That's nonsense! I wasn't cheating! Some books have gone missing! Nohara, I bet it was you! I haven't stolen anything! He began to blame me for cheating on tests and stealing things from the classroom. Thankfully, I was the only student with the correct answers around me, so my cheating was disproven. As for the stealing accusation, it was discovered that a student from the neighboring class had been stealing our books. Suzuki's the absolute worst! Yeah, he's so petty and vindictive. I hope he gets transferred elsewhere next year. He's been at this school for a long time, so he might, you know. I do hope so. Maybe we should pray to the nearby shrine. I'm not sure whether our prayers were answered, but the following year, Suzuki was transferred to another school and left our school. Not having to live life in fear is so good! After that, I was able to enjoy the rest of my junior high school days. After that, I graduated from a local high school and began working on the family farm. My parents suggested university, but I told them I liked agriculture. After 6 months of working, I got used to the job and became friendly with fellow farmers and members of the agricultural coup. This is when I made a proposal to my parents. Dad, when I was in high school, I was a member of the computer club and learned how to make websites. I've been thinking about making a website for our farm. Dad agreed, and so I began studying online marketing after work and promoting our farm through blogs and social media. I thought that if this went well, we could also promote local specialties and educate people about our agricultural coup. We've got such good products. We need more people to find out about it. In the beginning, we only had about 10 visitors per day to the blog. But then one day, we started to get a lot more visits. Vegetables from my town were featured on TV, which led to an increase in people searching for them online. Furthermore, thanks to the popularity of agricultural-themed manga, my website gained more traffic. We had customers at the market today who said they'd come after reading your blog. Really? I think I'm gonna start making videos to advertise even more. Youngsters these days have so many tools at their disposal.
I'm so happy we have people buying our produce.
Advertising is good, but you better not stay up too late, Yota. You have work tomorrow.
I know. After that, I got my high school friends to help me out, and began making videos about my farm. Surprisingly, we started to get people saying, "We want to buy vegetables from you directly." So we built a system and started online sales. It turned out to be a big hit. It's good to know where the vegetables came from. I'm so happy with the fresh vegetables. I want monthly deliveries. Such reviews helped to boost sales. With the money we earned from online sales, we expanded the scale of our farm and introduced greenhouse cultivation. As a result, we were able to consistently produce high-quality vegetables, and our sales increased even more. We're surprised how much we've managed to expand the business.
I'm so happy so many people are getting to eat our vegetables.
I was very pleased with my efforts. But the bigger we became, the less downtime we had. There's no use in making a lot of money if we can't stay healthy. After discussing the matter, we decided to hire somebody. We hired a part-time worker called Misa-san. Like me, she was 23 years old, and the company she used to work for had just gone bankrupt, so she was looking for a new job.
It's my first time working in agriculture, but I love moving my body, so I promise I'll work very hard.
We are so glad to have you here. Please feel free to ask us about anything you're unsure of.
Yes.
Misa-san was full of energy and helped with not only the farming, but also the online sales side of things.
I think if we post recipes with vegetables, people will buy the vegetables to make the recipes.
That's a great idea.
I love cooking. Shall I produce some recipes we can post?
Yes, please, and thank you very much. My parents were very happy that someone as hardworking and sweet as Misa had come to work for us. She was very nice to my grandparents and would sometimes offer to take them to the hospital. After 6 months, she'd become pretty much family. Drawn to her kindness, I started to yearn for us to become a real family. I must tell her how I feel. Misa-san, do you want to go out with me? I love how kind you are and how you speak your mind.
Thank you, Yota-san. I also love how hardworking and cheerful you are. I would really love to go out with you.
Really?
Yes.
I asked her out at the risk of being rejected, but she blushed and agreed. I felt like I was on cloud 9. But something unexpected was awaiting me. 1 year since we'd begun dating, Misa-san agreed to marry me, and so we decided it was time I met her parents. Misa-san's mother had already died, and it was just her father. I was nervous to meet him. That's when I was reunited with someone unimaginable. My name is Yota Nohara. I'm dating Misa-san. Mr. Suzuki? The person before me was the guy who'd accused me of cheating and told me to dye my hair black.
Oh, so you do know each other?
He was my pastoral care teacher. I remember you! You're that kid from school! I can't believe you still have the same hair! This is my natural hair color, sir. As soon as he recognized who I was, he began to shout at me. No! This is not acceptable! I can't trust someone like you! I won't allow it!
Father, Yota-san is a hardworking and wonderful person.
Even if I overlooked your pathetic hair color, I hear you're planning on taking over your family farm. Yes, that's correct. There's no way I'm letting my daughter marry into someone in agriculture. I can already see how poor she's going to be. Suzuki waved his arms and told me to go home. Misa-san had a terrifying look on her face. The atmosphere was very tense. I didn't want Misa-san to argue with her father over me. Is the reason you won't allow me to marry your daughter because I'm poor? That's right! I can't have you begging us for money! I earn over 10 million yen. Does that still make me poor? 10 million? What? So, I assume you earn much more than I do. I'm surprised. That can't be true! I'm sure you're lying! I didn't really want to talk about money, but I saw no other way he would accept our marriage. I took out my phone and showed Suzuki my bank account. It's not a lie. See? That's my name. I'm so busy with work, I have no time to spend it. It just keeps accumulating. Let me count the zeros! This can't be true!
Father, I work here, and I know they make more money than you just from online sales.
We have a stable income from all the restaurants we partner with.
Are you still going to insist that he's poor and that I don't marry him?
Suzuki's mouth opened, and he left the room speechless. After that, Misa-san said she would cut ties with her father if he didn't accept the marriage. That seemed to work, and he finally gave her his permission. That didn't stop him from complaining about me until the bitter end, though. But even Suzuki stopped complaining once he came to the wedding, because at the ceremony, fellow farmers with similar incomes of 10 million yen and above were attending, dressed in expensive kimonos and tailored suits. My parents were also splendidly dressed in formal attire, with my mother wearing a black crested kimono and my father in a black long-sleeved kimono. Suzuki seemed to be completely speechless. Given what he had said about my salary, I expected him to show up well-dressed, but he came in an oversized rental suit. I had to really hold myself back from laughing at him. But later on at the party, my friends from junior high made fun of his attire, and I couldn't hold back my laughter. That alone was enough to make me feel better. But something even better happened after that. Misa came to live with me and my parents. Upset that his daughter had gone to work in agriculture, Suzuki started investing. Unfortunately, he wasn't very good at it, and ended up losing all his retirement money. We're going to lend you money this time, but only this one time. I'm sorry.
You should say, I'm very sorry and thank you very much.
I'm very sorry. Thank you very much. Suzuki lost all his hair from the shock of losing money from investing. Watching him apologize like that made me very happy. Ever since, he's left us alone, and I'm enjoying my married life with Misa. The family business is going well, and my parents are happy. I hope to continue having fun at work. I'm looking forward to continuing to work hard for my family.